Hello, we are Craig, Ruthie, and Kamea Fair, and we are living here in Rwanda. We're going to share a little bit about what we are doing here and what ordinary life looks like living here.
Rwanda is a beautiful country, and it's very diverse. It has gorillas and volcanoes up in the north. In the east, there's flatter lands and lots of safari animals. And Rwanda is also known for its lush tea fields. It's a country that's rich in culture and tradition. Part of our strategy in living here is to live very similar to our neighbors, who are middle-class Rwandans. This means we don't have a lot of modern conveniences. We don't have a washing machine or a microwave, and we also don't have hot water.
Even though we live in a middle-class neighborhood, we're the only white people that live in this area. We like to be able to fit in with Rwandese people and really just get to know our neighbors for who they are.
Hi, I'm Ruthie, and welcome to my kitchen. Here in Rwanda, the water from the tap isn't safe for drinking. So the first thing we have to do in the kitchen is to filter our water. Here's our water filter. You pour the water in the top here. It has some candle filters in the top. And then you just pour the water in. Get a little picture there. And then in about 6 to 8 hours, this thing is full and safe for drinking. To get food, we need to go to the market. The market is quite the experience. You can ask Craig's parents. Usually it's dimly lit, the floor isn't level, so you have to watch where you're going. People run into you. And then when you finally get to what you want, you have to make sure you're getting a fair price, and you have to negotiate quite a bit on it. It's a good time. When you come to Rwanda, we'll take you there.
This is Kimironko Market. Mitoke. What do we want? Pineapple? I want a
banana, pineapple.
Yeah, maybe ananas.
Yeah. No, that's longer.
I want a green one.
Niriwe mama.
Niriwe neza.
Amakuru.
Amakuru ni meza. Ayani.
Ni meza.
This is good.
Today's what day? Tuesday?
Yeah.
We're doing Saturday or Sunday? It's only 2 days. I want one I can eat in a few days.
One?
Yeah, like to eat in a few days. 2 days or so. Today, no.
Today. Nina maza iminsi ibiri. Today.
Today?
Yes.
No, not today. I want to eat Pagatana too. Saturday.
Yageza kwa gatanu.
This one?
This one.
It's good?
Saturday.
Nangahe?
Magana tano. 500.
Oh, magana tano. Ura henda?
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah?
Niyo make.
Niyo make tuzira ngo magana.
Magana tatu.
Ya magana tatu. Sinziza. No good.
Say small. 300.
Yo, ya magana tatu. No good.
I don't know. Not exactly.
Not bad.
I'll pay more, 400. 400 is probably okay. Maganane?
Maganani.
Oh yeah, mama. This one. This one. Maganane.
Magana tano. Big.
Not big.
This one's same.
Same. This one, big, is big, like this.
Big. Hey, 400.
No, simshaka.
Yeah.
No? Okay, sawa mama.
So when we get our vegetables, we get home and we need to pour them. The water has to be filtered, so you have to make sure you have enough filtered water first of all. Let them soak in the water, and you put a little bit of sterilizing fluid in to kill any extra bacteria or bugs that might be on there. And that needs to sit about 30 minutes and a rinse, and then you can dry your vegetables. Now you're ready to cook. When people ask about a foreign country, they often ask about the food in a country. Well, here in Rwanda, there is no prepackaged food. You can't buy a stir-fry sauce mix or a box of Kraft dinner. Everything is made from scratch. There are a few fast food places, but they're not actually fast food. Could take you an hour more to get your meal. So everything has to be done right from scratch, which is nice and healthy, but very time-consuming. There's not a lot of modern conveniences. So this is our washing machine. Then we have to wash the clothes, rinse them, and hang them, and pray that it doesn't rain. This year, we decided to plant a garden. So here, we're using a multi-tiered garden. This is especially beneficial in the dry season, when you just need to pour the water on the top, and then it distributes the water throughout all the soil. We planted this garden 5 days ago, and I can start to see our corn coming up already.
What's that? Oh,
There's our corn. Parenting has its own set of unique challenges here as well. Malaria is still common, so we have to make sure that we use our mosquito nets every night, especially make sure that it's tucked in well around the crib. Also, again, with the safety of water, you have to make sure when washing bottles and cups that you use a sterilizer, because the water itself is not safe to be left on the bottles or cups. You also get some unsolicited advice when you go for walks. And most of the time it's people telling you in another language what you should or should not be doing with your child, and often they're strangers, so that can be challenging as well. Another thing that's different is people don't use strollers here, mostly because people can't afford them. So the method of carrying your child is either, commonly it's the Rwandan women will wear them on their back, and sometimes I wear her on the front, and that also causes some reactions as well. It's challenging, but parenting is always challenging no matter what country you're in.
Our house, like most houses in Africa, has many problems. This is our water tank, which it came with the water tank when we got in the house, but nothing worked. There was a pipe going up and a pipe coming down, and we didn't get any water in the house. So, good thing I'm a plumber. So far we've fixed the plumbing in the house, so the water actually works, because our water, this is city water pressure, but it's probably off 80% of the time during the day. So otherwise, for the first few months we were carrying buckets and just using buckets, like this one. But now it actually goes into the house and works. The other thing we had to do, we found termites in our house. Part of our wall was coming off, so we dug underneath. We found termites, and then what we did here is we dug down about 5 feet and found the master queen termite and the whole termite nest. So that was destroyed, and we're told now the termites will all die and go away. The other thing we did is our electrical was really bad, so we changed all of the wiring. All the wiring was done in a really, really poor way with very poor quality materials as well. But yeah, so now after a few months of trying to fix the house, it's mostly livable, so we're doing good. This is our beautiful African truck. When we got it, it was in such a pretty poor state of disrepair, but we worked quite a bit on it, and it's somewhat better, but things constantly keep breaking. The other speedometer and odometer just stopped working, and brake lights, and etc., etc. So it's been hanging strong for us, and I'm using it now also to do plumbing projects with my couple apprentices that we have. But hopes are that we can hopefully replace it soon with something a little more reliable. This morning, once again, Ruthie tried to go somewhere and it didn't want to go, so I had to fight with it for a little while before it would go. Business's mission, where we use real businesses to affect positive change in places like Rwanda, is very important. Rwanda, because of the genocide, it has a lot of aid coming into the country. This aid is good up until a point, but now you start to see the problems of aid and just the dependency that people have on it. When we walk down the street, people just ask us for money. Just everyone, essentially everyone. Everyone expects you to pay more just because you have white skin. And this has happened because all of the aid that has come through white people. We've registered a business here in Rwanda, and we are actually here on business visas. I will use my plumbing skills to help train Rwandans, especially those who otherwise can't find jobs. So currently I have two guys, Jean-Paul and Aminadabo. They are apprenticing with me. They've done a short local course in plumbing, which has maybe give them very, very basic skills, which I hope to improve. So my plan is to disciple them, to teach them, to give them a job.